I'm back with again after reconnecting with the internet. Okay. This is about tacit knowledge. I'm just creating a background for you at first. Okay. There are tacit knowledge seekers. There are tacit knowledge seekers. Okay. Tacit knowledge seekers. There are a lot. They are called generally the researchers, but they are tacit knowledge seekers. I'm just putting here, okay? But I think I should not put the names here because it may be documented. So I'm not putting the names here. Do you know that Japanese are tacit knowledge seekers in general? Tacit knowledge. So we can see Japanese are coming here. So they are looking into even archaeological knowledge. For what? Just for the sake of knowing? No. To explore whether there are anything can be useful for them. Even the Kotala Himbutu, the famous, the herbs for the diabetes curing. Yeah. Also the patent belongs to Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. So archaeological science. Traditional medicines. Traditional medical practices. The secrets or in the Buddhist practices, even our indigenous communities, the knowledge. So they are seeking, not only Japanese, the Koreans. Okay, they know the value of this. Tacit knowledge seekers. So not only that, even in Japan, okay, in universities, cultures, listen to me, but I'm not typing this here, okay? In university cultures, there is a culture that they respect the masters. So imagine when they respect the masters. The tradition itself, master takes care of the students. And Japanese bondage is very strong. Okay. So the way it is transferring generation all knowledge within the very same society and the schools of sciences, technology, and the history, whatever. This transferring knowledge from generation to generation is very strong, and we would say quite perfect. Okay, that's why. And even this Japanese professors said, no matter how deep they are, they show some kind of humbleness that for us, it looks like their knowledge is very simple. Of course, simple means they understand to the fullest. And we feel that we know better than him. Our skills are better. But it is not so. Because culture made it. Yeah. Koreans are also the same. That's why enriching nation's knowledge base. Modern knowledge. Yes. Traditional knowledge. The historical important knowledge. All are managed in the modern society itself. Okay, Bhutana? That's why. But our case, it is not so. But even Europeans, they are good at tacit. Yes. US, within the organizations, they are good, but the organization to organization, they are competitive. Japanese also the same. But I would say that tacit knowledge is valued, okay, and is valid, okay, and without tacit knowledge, no organization can be competitive. Okay, Vidana? Without tacit knowledge, no organization can be competitive. Okay, a simple, plain fact. If you take a Toyota engine, if you take a Chinese engine, the difference in performance, the difference in reliability, the difference in durability, the difference in the, the green soundness of these solutions, Chinese engine and Japanese engine, you see the difference there. So, but looks like it's a similar material and all same, but the difference is tacit knowledge. See, Ferrari cars, it's a family business. Okay, they're very good in crafting, metal craftings, even they craft engines. Okay, they craft engines, they craft the bodies, the vehicle structures, they craft everything. So the crafting makes them the perfect in this automobile solutions for the sports and all. Very expensive, Italian brand. Yes, they have the capability to duplicate that as well, preserving the same qualities. So, family to run such. What's the secret? The tacit knowledge. The hidden knowledge is everywhere something like oxygen for the people. It is within the people. Okay? Do you think they are using equations to solve and then get the designs for the vehicles? No such thing. Okay? They do testing, of course, they do experiments, they do validations, but mostly they do trials, step by step improvements. Even from the mistakes, they are learning. So most of the cases, trial and error. They learn from the errors, wrongdoings. They learn from the successes as well. And all accumulated as knowledge. I hope you can understand, Putana, this. Yes. So anyway, tacit knowledge seekers. And if no one has an interest of seeking tacit knowledge, or even to manage the recent past knowledge of your job scopes, if you are not managing, you cannot move forward. Okay, so managing tacit knowledge and seeking tacit knowledge is very, very important. Okay, I hope you can understand, Pital. I just talk only. Okay, I just talked only, I didn't put anything. Okay, let's see. Managing tacit knowledge. You imagine this, huh? Yeah. Seeking tacit knowledge. I have a lot of examples, but I'm not putting this because those are very sensitive. Yes. These are very important. Let's say the Japanese engine versus a Chinese engine. I just put an example one. Ferrari design. Okay, Ferrari design. Okay, even not only this, shoes, Nike like sportswear. Okay, Nike like shoes. Yes, you can see the difference. Swiss watches. Okay, Swiss watches. WISS. So you can see even the technology examples. Sometimes the medicines, pharmaceutical, the pharma companies. Yes. Some technology companies, science and technology. And especially if you are thinking of even very sensitive industries like Boeing, Airbus, because these are flying, should be perfect. Reliability should be the maximum. Okay, no risks can be taken. Yes. Understand, Putana? So all these organizations, the people there, they are tacit knowledge seeking and their knowledge contributions and creating an ambience, yes, with skills, craftsmanships, creativities, innovations, testings, everything. Yes. Of course, they are documented, true, but this knowledge within people, yes, that works. Okay, that works. Extremely important about this tacit knowledge. So we have lessons really. We have lessons. So I put the lessons here. Be a tacit knowledge seeker. Okay? Be a tacit knowledge seeker. Very important. Okay? That is, then you will be different. Okay? You will be enriched with very good values and qualities and lot of knowledge that is useful for you and all. So this is one of the lessons for you because we should gain something. Okay, be a tacit knowledge seeker. That is very important. So I'm going for the next slide. Okay. So very simple. How can you be a tacit knowledge seeker? How can you be a tacit knowledge seeker? That's why your qualities, yes, your qualities. So I put something, yes, here maybe your qualities should be tip top, okay? Yes. I have to put this one again. You should have excellent, genuine qualities. That is one thing. Because first you should be qualitative. Then you should have good practices. So at least I'm telling you, okay, you have management diaries, same way for your jobs, for your day-to-day experience, okay. You maintain a knowledge diary, okay, maintain a knowledge diary, okay. So this can be your experiences, new knowledge, and everything, okay. A knowledge diary, maintain this. See after 5 years, okay, even you can write a book. And one more thing, when you are writing a knowledge diary, you will be seeking knowledge, okay. So even when you do a test, trial, or you try something, success, fail, you get some knowledge, okay. And learning this kind of subjects, the enriching knowledge, okay, even the environmental management and clean production is a good subject. So learning valuable subject, learn, okay, valuable subject means how to value a subject. Valuable subject means if that knowledge is useful and if that knowledge is valued by the others, it's a valuable subject, okay. Learn valuable subjects, yes. And okay, manage ideas, idea management, okay. Innovation management, of course, management, yes. And so many things you may look into. So see, I need to get some inputs from you. So how to become a effective tacit knowledge seeker, okay. Later I will share with you a case study, yes. So whatever you do, trials, your failures, you're moving from step by step, yes, you should gain. So this is, I'm requesting you, maintain a knowledge diary, okay. Maintain a knowledge diary. So starting today, okay, you have to start this, okay. You should begin this starting today. If possible, I will add this to give points for as a continuous assessment or as a project, how well you are managing knowledge diary. Don't limit to technologies. Life is more than technology, okay. You have to look for this, okay. This is one more. But tacit knowledge discussion, not enough, not finished, and also not enough, okay. So the next topic, how to manage tacit knowledge. Tacit means undocumented knowledge. I have explained this to you. How to manage tacit knowledge in organizations. In organizations. So, yes. How to manage tacit knowledge in organizations. Okay, and one more thing here, I talk about this. This one I just put here for later discussion. Trial and error. Okay, trial and error. So remind me to share some knowledge with you. This is extremely important, that's why I put here. Trial and error. In Sinhala we call Tat Varada Krama. This is very important. This is totally related to knowledge management. Yes. If the knowledge is not well managed in this kind of exercises, yes, that makes you do costlier mistakes. Yes. Lot of world examples. Later I will share with you how to manage tacit knowledge in organizations. Okay, yes. It is very important. Okay, how to manage tacit knowledge. I will start from a story. Okay, I think we have a little time. Knowledge management story. Okay, this is about Mr. William L. McKnight. So he's a leader. Okay, not to say just a businessman, but he's a leader with a vision. He's a visionary leader. So we can learn a lot from him. Okay, this is a knowledge management story I'm going to share with you. Okay, I'm sharing this. Yes. Because in organization, now this is about the organization, how to manage tacit knowledge in organizations. Leadership is very important. Okay, Vidana? Yeah. So, William L. McKnight. See, he's not only businessman, but philanthropist. That's why. So the real leaders are quite qualitative. So they contribute to the societies. Who served his entire career in the 3M Corporation. Okay, 3M Corporation. So I supposed to talk about 3M in previous lessons, but I couldn't talk about this. So, rising to chairman of the board means he's the top of the organization. Okay, from 1949, he joined this 3M Corporation as a bookkeeper. Bookkeeping is a quite, how to say, it's a beginner level in accountancy. Okay, and in 30 years' time, of course, maybe 3 decades, let's say, began as a bookkeeper in 30 years' time. He rose to the top of the organization and he he really brought this organization to one of the top and one of the most innovative company levels. And even in 1953, he founded the McKnight Foundation. So see the potential of the people. See the potential of the people. You also have the similar potential. But you should learn from this kind of people. You should get inspired by this kind of people's stories. Okay? That is very important. So people, when it comes to working for organizations, they are working not just for a paycheck or for the month-end salary. Okay? So they do perform at the best possible ways. Okay? To produce best results for the organization, starting from the bookkeeper level. The same essence of quality remains. So slowly with the experiences, okay, he become more knowledgeable, more wise, okay, and finally become a philanthropist. Yes. It's a very admirable person. He's a great lead. Okay, that's all. So, but the story is about knowledge management, but it is very important to know who is responsible for this 3M success. Okay, so 3M success, 3M innovative approaches. Later, I will share with you. Okay, 3M innovative approaches. So you can see. So actually, I told you that he joined this 3M Corporation as a bookkeeper, but I was wrong. He joined not as a bookkeeper, but as an assistant bookkeeper. Okay? As an assistant bookkeeper. He assist for this. So further low level. Okay? But they are rising through the organization based on their grooming up as leaders and generating grooming up as leaders and even getting enriched with lot of important knowledge. Okay, that's how. So you can say the way they are moving up. So mainly from the qualitative aspect side. Of course, he has some knowledge, or even for his upward movement and his massive contribution. Okay, Kuma, Kumamali. Okay. So I could disturb by your phone call, Pita. Sorry about this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So even for his grooming and maturing up to so wise levels. Okay. So again, the bottom line is the qualities and being a good learner. And he's he created a great potential to receive somehow a tacit knowledge. So he received new knowledge, he created new knowledge, he innovate businesses. So that's why for him, knowledge innovates. So he got a lot of tacit kind of knowledge, undocumented, unwritten knowledge. Somehow, yes, he received it. So he's a product of tacit knowledge, one. And he managed a wonderful, complex tacit knowledge in a huge organization that is 3M. Okay with that? Good. Learn about him. Yeah, but I'm putting here. So don't think this is a waste of time learning about people, but for you management students, I know these are valuable. So in 1909, he joined. In 20 years, through the ranks, he rose quickly through the ranks and became president in 1929 and chairman of the board in 1949. President means not the president of USA. Companies, in US companies, in the US organizational structures, there are president positions, there are vice president positions. Even US following countries like Taiwan, you can see in the companies there are presidents and vice presidents. Very prestigious position, president of a company. Yes, that is not the president of the country, so don't get mistaken. Okay, and later become the head of the board. Okay, in 49. So if you know about this 3M company right now, you feel great about this person who brought this 3M up to this level today. So his timeless management philosophy. Timeless means those days philosophy even relevant for today. Timeless. That's what this is. Encourage 3M management to delegate responsibility and encourage men and women to exercise their initiative. Can you remember 4I? In that 4I, 1I is initiations. Yes. Without initiatives, no innovations. Okay. Believe you can understand. If no one is keen in initiatives in general workforce, that company organization has no upward movements. Okay, that's right. So you can learn from this, Putana. But today the subject is innovation management, and this is especially about knowledge management today. So give me a few minutes. So let me put it again. It's an important thing. It becomes increasingly necessary when business grows to delegate responsibility and to encourage men and women to exercise their initiatives. That's right. So even when you are working for organizations, actually we should learn some practical useful things out of each and every slide. Otherwise, no use Putana listening to this. So how you are performing in your organizations. So do you have irrelevant things? So you are just doing what you are asked to do. So how do you are performing? Yes. The way, if you are performing, okay, with very good knowledge base and with very good attitudes, then only we can say you are performing. If not, you are just working. If you are just working and if you are not performing, so you are not in the value chain of this organization, just working on it. Anytime you can be replaced. But the ones who are performing, they have to keep the organizations, they need to keep that performing people. So slowly they will get promoted. Okay, performing. So performing can be in different ways, but performing is not only the tasks given, not only achieving those, your qualitative personality aspects, your confidence to the organization, your passion, all relates to this. Okay, performance is one such aspect. Means accomplishing is one such aspect only. That is the skill. Okay, that is based on your skill, but this is more than that. Now, especially the management students, you can understand the gravity of this. Okay, your job even. Okay. This is the next one is just for your knowledge, but not for you to being offensive. Even the management, some managements different because that's why Sri Lanka, when it comes to organizations, give me a second, Puta. So that's why management that is destructively critical when mistakes are made kills initiatives because men and women when they work, of course they can do mistakes, but if the management is critical, so the management kills the initiatives of the people working for them. That's why. So even if you have subordinates, yes, so these lessons will help you to improve your capacities. Okay, even one person maybe working under you, even a single person, yes, you have to look into this. Don't think that the person below you perform very well and will take your position. No such thing. If he performs well, why not he takes your position? If you cannot perform up to his levels, better than him, you have to take this challenge, not controlling him, but you are also performing better. Understand? That's how we have to be positive. If you're subordinate, if you are a team leader, if your members are performing excellent, you should be happy, learn from them and improve yourself to perform in the same way. Okay? Don't be timid and having a fear for your subordinates and control them just to secure your job. Sooner or later, one day you will be out of the company if you are thinking in that way. Okay, that's how. So don't be that emotional. So be philosophical and be good qualitative performing individuals, personalities. Okay, so we need people with initiatives if we need to continue to grow. Yes. Lessons learned from Mr. McKnight, even for Sri Lanka, political landscape, organizational landscapes. These are really not to say lessons, but the phenomena that we should respect and carry forward. Yes, you imagine. Yes, so that is very important. Okay, so this is a very important thing. Okay, yeah. Don't be destructively critical when people make mistakes. Yes, because then they kills your initiatives. That's why. Okay, Vita? Very good. Eh? So I believe you are listening to this. Okay, you are listening to this. Okay, then come to this. Mr. McKnight and 3M, there is no difference. 3M reflects Mr. McKnight. That's why. So if you explore, you can see 3M. Yes. So I think I'm not going to discuss much details about 3M. So you can look into this. Okay. So I put some relevant information for you. So chair and CEO, long considered to be the company's spiritual fund. Understand? That's right. So only the systems is not enough. The leaders' personalities. Personalities means not the size or the voice or whatever, but this wisdom and the attitudes towards these employees, that is very important. So he is considered spiritual founder. Even today he is respected. Yes. So he introduced policies and philosophies. Okay, that's why. Policies related to systems, philosophies is something like a sunshine. Okay, yes. That were considered, so it's a blend. To be responsible for 3M's ability to innovate consistently. The word innovate is here now. Okay, because I skipped some slides here. Okay, so 3M is the most innovative company, not only about innovating the products, but innovating knowledge management. Okay, innovating human resources, skilling. Okay, and lot of things behind those. Okay, that is very important. So current management has continued to embrace and expand these policies and philosophies introduced by Mr. McKnight. Believing innovations can be the innovation to be the cornerstone of 3M's future success, means the 3M really relying on innovation. So now this is 2021. So Mr. McKnight, okay, he joined in 1902, that one. So now it is a century old business. So around a century back, okay, they talk about innovations. Okay, And actually we are also innovative, but somehow our cultures distorted, and we were on, how to say, wrong ambience, wrong situations, okay, leading to what Sri Lanka today, economically, socially, environmentally, and in all the aspects. That's why. What's the reason? It is not about knowledge of innovations, but not about not knowing of innovations, no such thing, but losing of centuries old, generations old, valuable, traditional, tacit knowledge, and mismanaging of tacit knowledge. Okay, mismanaging of tacit knowledge. Of course, distorted education system is one factor responsible for this. Okay, distorted university system is another factor responsible for this. Not only the education, the political systems, yes, and even, yeah, there are a lot of, you can see a lot of things negatively contributed. That's why, so when this is the situation, okay, to correct the things into right footings, it is difficult. It is difficult. So we should start from education. That's why. So with no educational reforms, with no university education reforms, with no curriculum reforms, with no building up of students' leaderships and qualities, and without improving everyone's learning cultures, okay, we cannot come up as true Sri Lankans. It's obvious. When you see this, you notice this. That's why. So because everything, the cause and effect, if we don't have the right ambience, the right cause at this time, okay, the effect is not there, but slowly we can see at least we are improving in some aspects. And we believe even in maybe 10 years time, at least by 10 years time, if we can come to the right track, that is good, because even coming to right track, it takes 10 years minimum. We have to start from where? A spiritual. Spiritual means not about religious. Eh? Don't get mistaken. Yes. Spiritual. We have to be spiritual. That is very important. The teachers, the leaders, the students, and all. Yes. Okay. Can you see the difference of a leaf in a tree? Gasula kola තියෙන්නේ. And the papers, kadadasi කොළ වලින් හදලා තියෙන්නේ. So as long as if we are something like kadadasi or the paper, and if we are not like the living leaves, yes, kadadasi වගේ ඉඳලා ගොඩ යනවා. So this is what is happening in Sri Lanka, and also you should aware of this, and you should be the, so you should be the change. And there's a saying, we just receive one, sometimes the WhatsApp. So I just received one that if you cannot find good people, yeah, the only way is we should be good. That's it. Try to be good. Same way. So it's no point blaming anyone. So we should move into the right tracks. That is very important. Okay, even in a job, perform well. Don't think of the salaries. Okay, Okay, don't think about this is the salary I'm getting, I'm performing only up to that, no such thing. I'm working only up to that. When you perform, when you overperform, it improves your capacity. Yes. And nature's laws are there. When you perform beyond or more than the wage you are getting, you will be promoted, you will get opportunities. It is like that. Nature's laws. Okay. So that's why the spiritual concepts, not to say spiritual, but useful, workable phenomena. Yes. Phenomena based. So that's why Mr. McKnight also considered in that way as the spiritual founder. Okay. Yes. They are using that word even. Imagine Putala. Imagine. So and I'll share a little bit. 3M's objective, because companies, they have objectives, is to become the most innovative company in the world. Their production, the number of products is around 70,000, I think more than 70,000 products they are producing in their factories. Imagine to have 70,000 products. How good they are in the aspect of innovations. So what is the objective? Making this much of billions of dollars? No. That's why. So, of course, they will prosper, but prospering, this is the true cause, to become most innovative company in the world. Yes. Later you browse through 3M company, you will learn this. And what you are learning this? It's learning about a company. No. You can learn. You can be spirited. You can get exposed even before going for employments in companies. If you're already working, your attitudes you can change. So 3M employees. 3M means recruits a wide range of knowledgeable, employees means applies, wide range of knowledge management systems. So that's why for them to become more innovative, they have to look into knowledge management systems. But the appropriate environment has to be in place before people will be motivated to input and access such systems. Of course, people's experience to input into the knowledge system for documentations. Okay, there should be right environment. That's why for 3M company, only up to middle management you can join from externally. Okay, but still you cannot be rising up to the top levels. But those who are coming from the ground levels, they will be promoted to the top positions. Strategies, good cultures, well practiced policies. Okay. Yeah. So people need to be motivated to share their experiences. Otherwise, they will not share. ගුරු මුස්ටි කියලා දන්න දේවත් කියලා දෙන්නතු විශ්‍රාම යනකොට ඒවා ගෙනියන්නෙත් නෑ. You can see the people because the attitudes, they are not motivated to contribute for the knowledge base, even though they have knowledge. Most challenging. Gaining tacit knowledge out of tacit knowledge. Nurturing of knowledge. Yes. True knowledge is tacit to tacit. Yes. So they understand this. The people who know about the knowledge understand this. Even I understand this. So 3M concentrates on tacit knowledge based tacit knowledge. So tacit to tacit area in the belief that if this is functioned well, other aspects of knowledge management will fall more readily into place, because this is the most difficult one, managing tacit knowledge and using tacit knowledge to build tacit knowledge that is new, undocumented, but experienced knowledge that is within the employees in the organizations. No matter industry, manufacturing, no matter servicing sector, no matter healthcare, no matter insurance or banking, whatever. This is very important. Yes. But you can see most of our leaders in private sector, they may be good, but they need to improve. Government sector is very vague. Yes. So they are just trying to preserve their job till retirement. So that's only what they are doing, and the government organizations, agencies are not developing very well. So everything either going down or stagnating and eating the reserves of national budget allocations. That's it. So productivity is very less. Moving forward with new ideas, it's very less. It is very bad situation. So we can experience this when we get interacted with the top brass in organizations. So this is the one. The willingness to share knowledge between individuals is directly affected by the culture within a company. That's why. So receiving tacit knowledge means sharing knowledge between individuals. So that's why. If you are not ready, if you are not qualitative enough, you are not receiving knowledge from the seniors, and even you have no sense of tacit knowledge. Knowledge is just near you, but you have no idea whether it's a knowledge or not. You have no idea. You are blind to that. Okay, that's why. So first thing is, no matter you are working, okay, as mentioned that when the student is ready, the teacher appears. In your classroom, you are next, the student sitting next to you may be a teacher to you. But if you are not ready to receive the knowledge, you are blind to the knowledge hidden with that sitting behind your colleague. That's why. So if you want to be a smarter learners, you have to learn these things, what I mentioned. And this is also a tacit knowledge. This is also tacit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is valued the most, and even the tacit knowledge differentiate the quality of the lecturers. Yes. And I put one more for your sharing. Yes. Other than the tacit, what is the documented one? Straightforward knowledge. There is a straightforward knowledge. Yes. That straightforward knowledge we call explicit knowledge. In information management and all, you say this. Information management, explicit knowledge. Okay? Yeah, that's why. We can know more than we can tell. So what we are telling or what we are delivering as a knowledge is lesser than what we know. That's why the hidden tacit knowledge with individuals. Yes, tapping this. Yes, that's why the qualities of individuals very important. So the culture is very important. Okay, so here you came to know the other type, explicit. So information management and system is a well-established area. Okay. And this is being used for managing and processing information. And this is something related, that is something related to explicit knowledge. This has very less value. But of course, explicit knowledge is important for tacit knowledge. There is no doubt, so I'm not going to undermine explicit knowledge. Can be a basis of tacit, but tacit to tacit is what promotes innovations. Yes. The confusing surrounding knowledge management system. Because knowledge management system is not working for tacit knowledge. Yes. Knowledge management system is mainly for explicit knowledge.